Way Games here. I wanted to make my video on my current Nintendo 64 collection. The Nintendo 64 was the first console I ever owned as a kid. I remember opening it up on Christmas in 1997 or 1998. I can't remember quite which year. It was very exciting, super happy to get it, and it's one of my favorite consoles for nostalgia and a fun library of games. Well, let's just get right into it. We'll start with my complete in box stuff. Got 007 GoldenEye. This is the 1998 Game of the Year edition. One of the games I got with the console. This isn't the original one, I reacquired it, but one of the first games I owned. Absolute classic. I'm going to malfunction on my shells here. Hold on a second. There we go. Doom 64. Pretty unique entry in the Doom series. Pretty good, pretty puzzle heavy. Awesome N64 game, and a cool Doom game. Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. One of the ones my neighbors had that I used to borrow and play all the time. Very cool. The brain bore gun there was always so cool. You launch and it, bores into their head and explodes. Fantastic stuff. Really cool weapons in that game. This is just a generic N64 memory card holder. We'll just move this out of the way for the rest here. First up, Auto Lamborghini. Buck Bumble, the best title screen music of all time. If you know, you know. And if you haven't seen it, YouTube the Buck Bumble intro. It's fantastic. Bust a Move 99. That's the arcade action there. The Japanese Bomberman 64. Banjo-Tooie. Missing the first one. Classic games. I never super got into them. I'm not a huge collectathon fan. Castlevania. It's alright. It's pretty tough. The other version is better and more complete. There's Doom 64 from the box. One of the games you need the expansion pack for, Donkey Kong 64. Now that is a collectathon. Duke Nukem 64. This is the first way I ever played and beat Duke Nukem. Absolute masterpiece. Fighting Force 64. Pretty good beat 'em up. Hexen, kind of Doom clone-esque medieval first-person shooter. Also very difficult. Nightmare Creatures. Kind of a beat-em-up adventure game where you fight werewolves and all sorts of stuff. Pretty cool. Perfect Dark, another game you need the expansion pack for the N64. You need that 4 extra megabytes to get everything out of that game. Classic first-person shooter. I like it better than 007, but both are great. Pilot Wings 64. Pretty fun to fly around and goof around in that game. Pokemon Snap. Just a relaxing, chill game. If you don't want to think and just want to take pictures of Pokemon, this is a great game. Resident Evil 2. My favorite video game series of all time is Resident Evil, so of course I had to have it on the N64. It's a pretty amazing feat that they crammed 2 CDs worth of information on this cartridge. Pretty incredible port, if you ask me. Is it the best version? No. But it's a pretty interesting game nonetheless. Star Fox 64. Another fantastic game. I used to borrow this from my neighbors a lot. I like all the alternate paths you can take to beat the game. Turok. I do like Turok 2 better, but Turok 1 is an absolute fantastic first-person shooter game for the N64. Turok 2. Wave Race. I played this a lot as a kid. Another chill game that I can just throw on anytime and chase the dolphin in practice mode or have a couple races. It's really fun. Good water driving mechanics for an N64 game. Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey. If you score a shot, goal hard enough, the net bursts into flames. Fun times. Oh my god, WWF No Mercy. This is an absolute banger of a wrestling game, and it's still highly valued and played today. People like that one still. WWF Warzone. It's okay. It's no mercy. And finally, let's see if we can get the hollow pattern on there. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Now, I'm missing a couple obvious games in my collection. Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, Mario Kart, Kirby 64, like some of the absolute classics I'm definitely missing. So I'm not done collecting for the console, but it's very expensive right now. So I just find them when I find them, and I'm in no rush to finish the collection on that end. We'll go take a quick look at my N64, and I'll give you a little info behind it. I've got a gold Japanese N64. I got on eBay for parts for $25. I assumed I'd have to do some TLC to get it working, but it works just fine, and it didn't need any work at all. I cleaned it internally and externally, but otherwise it works great. It's super good bargain for $25. I like the gold style there, and I also have the expansion pack in there. It didn't come with it, but I did have a spare one, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it in here. You can see where I dremelled out the very high-tech region lock technology they've got in here. Just plastic tabs that make it so North American cartridges can't fit in. Now, I used a Dremel because I had one, but you can just pull them out with pliers or snap it off with anything, and they'll fit in there. But I thought I'd make it a little fancier. I did cut through a little deeper than I planned. Whatever. So that is my N64 collection and setup. I've still got a few more games to get for it on my hit list, but they're just expensive right now. So hopefully garage sales or, thrift stores sometimes don't know what they have. Usually they all do now, but you never know. So what do I play my N64 and all these consoles on? Well, that is going to be my next video. What my setup is, where I play, and what am I playing right now. I'm going to make a video on that in the future. So, did you grow up with an N64? Or did you get it later when you started getting into retro gaming? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a good one.